Welcome to Cheshire Police Headquarters. Well, here, as in other police headquarters across the northwest, the lights were burning late last night. People are working feverishly today to catch up after yesterday's dreadful disasters across the northwest. Here in Cheshire, of course, it was the coach from Cumbria carrying senior citizens which was destroyed in a fireball when a petrol tanker exploded on the M6 motorway. The petrol tanker itself having been hit by an engine falling from a Boeing 777 jet which broke up in the skies over Lancashire. Debris from that Boeing 777 as well destroyed a BAE 146 jet as it came in to land at John Lennon Airport. There the grief is already palpable. Families living in houses on the edge of the airport have had their lives destroyed. One of those is the Peters family. Their mum and dad were celebrating their Ruby wedding the night before the crash, and their daughter Kelly Peters had left the celebrations to go and spend the night in a nearby hotel before returning home yesterday morning to dreadful scenes.
And we got there and there was just police and ambulances and the fire brigade, and we just couldn't get near, and we've still not been able to get near. We can just see the house is practically destroyed. Just don't know what's happened to them.
And of course, in Lancashire and in Greater Manchester, the recovery from the Boeing 777 crash continues. The debris is spread over a large area, and more disturbingly for many, of course, the bodies of the passengers who were inside that jet flying from the United States to Frankfurt in Germany. But it will take several days, according to the police, for the scene to be cleared up because of the important business of gathering evidence.
The first phase is very much about rescuing people who are still alive. After that, we must make sure that the scene is secured for evidential purposes, and unfortunately with an incident like that, many of the bodies involved have suffered significant damage and injury. And because of that, it's got to be a very slow, methodical process where we work through the scene, and it's spread over a wide area, where we work to recover all the body parts, anything like that related to this incident, and gather as much evidence as possible, and that's why it will take several days.
And it's clearly emotional for those directly involved, the relatives of those affected, but I imagine it's very difficult even for seasoned professionals to detach themselves from some of the things they're having to handle today.
Indeed, but we have welfare procedures in place, and we will make sure that all our staff, and I know the other agencies are keenly aware as well, to address all the welfare issues for their staff involved in this.
Today, more of that activity, gathering evidence, trying to collect the bodies in Lancashire, in Cheshire here, and of course in Manchester and Liverpool. As the story develops, as we get more news and hopefully today greater clarity on the cause of that Boeing 777 crash, which is being investigated by the Air Accident Investigation Board, as we get news of that, we will of course bring it to you. From me, David Bennett, handing you back to the studio.